Hey guys, so we're going to finish up modeling quantities, and we're going to do that by looking at converting units of measure. All right, so converting units of measure, example 8 says convert 4.8 gallons to fluid ounces. All right, so this is the information that's given on the EOC reference sheet. So I'm providing this to you here above the example because this is the same information that you would be given when you take the EOC. All right, so if we look at this and it says, example 8 says that convert 4.8 gallons to fluid ounces. So the first thing we need to do is see how many ounces are in 1 gallon, okay? And then we'll worry about the 4.8 gallons. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts. All right, 1 gallon is 4 quarts. And then 4 quarts, 1 quart is 2 pints. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. And then 1 pint is 2 cups. And then 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. All right, so if you multiply this together, 4 times 2 times 2 times 8 is 128. All right, 128 is the number of ounces in 1 gallon. And again, we got that by just converting or multiplying these together to go from a gallon to an ounce. All right, so that's the easiest way to do that is figure out how many ounces are in 1 gallon. So 128 ounces are in a gallon. This says convert 4.8 gallons to fluid ounces. So then we have to do 4.8 times 128 ounces. So if I multiply 128 times 4.8 gallons, I'm going to get 614.4, and that would be fluid ounces. All right, so 4.8 gallons is equivalent or equal to 614.4 fluid ounces. All right, let's look at example 9. Convert 2.5 meters to inches. Round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. All right, this is how 1 meter equals 39.3701 inches. Let me get the conversion sheet from the EOC again. All right, so here you can see, again, it's similar to this, but this came off of the EOC reference sheet, which you will be given during the EOC. So you can see that 1 equals 39.3701, and this is also given on the EOC reference sheet. So if it says convert 2.5 meters to inches, all we have to do is multiply the 2.5 times this number here, and then round it to the nearest hundredth. If you remember, the nearest hundredth is 2 decimal places. So let's see if I can find my calculator here. All right, so if I do 2.5 times 39.37, and that's going to give me 98.425, and we need to round that. So if we round that, it's going to be 98. What did that say? It went away. Let's see, 98.43. And that would be in inches because we are converting to inches. All right, so since this was given on the EOC reference sheet, and that's going to be very easy, so all you have to do is 2.5 times this number here, and that converts meters to inches. So 2.5 meters is equal or equivalent to 98.43 inches. Okay, looking at the last example here, example 10. Wind speeds of Jupiter can reach 180 meters per second. Which planet has faster winds, Jupiter or Neptune? Down here you can see the Voyager 2 performed the first flyby of Neptune in 1989, measuring wind speeds that reached 1,200 miles per hour. All right, so you see that this is in meters per second. This one's in miles per hour. So we need to convert 1,200 miles per hour to meters per second. All right, so 1,200 miles per hour. And we can see that over here, 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. So we can multiply that by 5,280 feet, and that's over 1 mile. All right, so then the miles will cancel, and then we need to figure out how many feet are in 1 meter. So you see that on the EOC reference sheet, it says a meter has how many inches. It does not say feet. So 1 meter is approximately 3.28 feet. So we're going to use that. All right. So we're going to have 1 meter is equal to 3.28, approximately 3.28 feet. All right, and then we need to go from hours to seconds. So how do we go from hours to seconds? All right, so 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. And then 60 minutes or sorry, 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So to go from an hour to seconds, you got to divide by 60 minutes and then divide by 60 seconds as well. All right, so if we do that, then we're going to get approximately how many 1,200 miles per hour is equal to in meters per second. All right, so let's pull up the calculator here and see what we've got. All right, so I'm going to do 1,200, and that's my original given miles per hour, so 1,200, and then I'm going to times that by how many feet is in 1 mile. All right, and then I'm going to divide that by 3.28 because there are 3.28 feet in 1 meter. So I'm going to divide by 3.28. And then I'm going to divide by 60 minutes and 60 seconds because, again, we're converting from hours to seconds. So divide by 60. And then I'm going to divide by 60 again. All right, so my answer is going to be approximately 536.58. We can round that to 537 meters per second. So what we did was convert this. This is Neptune, okay? Neptune measured speeds, wind speeds, that reached 1,200 miles per hour. 1,200 miles per hour is equivalent to 537 meters per second. Is that greater or less than Jupiter, which reaches 180 meters per second? So since 537 meters per second is greater than 180 meters per second, that means Neptune's wind speeds reach higher speeds than Jupiter. So 537 meters per second is greater than 180 meters per second. And this is Neptune. So Neptune has wind speeds higher or greater. The wind speeds can reach greater speeds than Jupiter. All right, that is all for example 10. Hope this helps with converting units of measure.